Hi. So, I've always been the poster child of ADHD, I guess you could say. My room was always messy when I was a child. I'm always running around, hyper, too social on my report card. So when I got to college, I heard about Adderall. I kind of heard about it in high school, and I figured I'd give it a try, and that would be a good test to see whether or not I did have ADHD. So I tried one of my friends, and it was a lifesaver. I found a psychiatrist down here in Tampa and went. She said I definitely have ADHD, ADD, whatever, and prescribed me Adderall. It's a drug that builds tolerance as time goes on, and a part of me always felt kind of weird being so into organic tampons and stuff, but putting a chemical in my body to change my brain chemistry always made me feel a little uneasy. Of course, to take care of that, I made excuses. So I said to myself, if going from a C student to an A student is going to make me being like, I guess if I'm going to have a bad habit, God forbid it makes me clean my room or get good grades. And for a long time, it was awesome. But one of the things I remember my mom saying to me on a flume ride at Six Flags or something was, what goes up must come down. And as I've graduated and become a young adult, I really wanted to find a few things in my life or focus on a few things. So I knew I wanted clarity, connection, relationships, and confidence, or an increased self-esteem, just feel good about myself. I thought Adderall would be the perfect way to accomplish these things. I mean, clarity, I could focus. My doctor at the time told me that you meditate better on Vyvanse than you would off of the drug. Connection, I live with my boyfriend. I thought if I have a clean house, I'll be a better girlfriend with my boyfriend. More people will like me if I'm more successful. And confidence, the more you achieve, the more confident you are, or well, you get it, especially Americans, the rat race or whatever, hustle is supposed to be good. Now I'm gonna make an anti-hustle campaign. Chill. So I tried to use Adderall for these things. Oh, there's no volume. Shit. Well, oh, because I didn't press the button. Sorry. Okay. See, something like that is when I make an excuse in my head, oh, well, if I took Adderall, I would remember stuff. But I began to take more and more and figured if a little bit did this, then a lot would do that kind of thing. My doctor also wasn't helpful. I told her a few times that I felt like I was getting addicted or dependent on it, and she would say, oh no, you just need more, you won't be happy off of it, whatever. So my whole thing start again. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Sorry, I guess there was no volume on Facebook, so I'm gonna start again in 1 second. This is a perfect example of real life shit shows. Okay, hold on, be right back. Oh, Jenna. Okay, well, I guess just screw it on Facebook then. I ended it on Facebook. I'll do it again after. Alright. Anyway, this is exactly the problem. Shit is always gonna hit the fan, and on Adderall I wasn't allowed to just let stuff go. So I would almost feel numb because I would be so focused and so micro-focused. And now that I'm off of it, I see that all of those things, clarity, connection, and confidence, were blocked by the Adderall. It like did the reverse. So there's so many excuses. I read a lot about how cutting yourself off cold turkey is dangerous and you could have seizures, this and that, and basically I'm stalling because this is embarrassing and vulnerable, but it is what it is and I'm a human. So a month ago I hit rock bottom. I took Adderall so I didn't sleep good, so obviously I couldn't focus or have energy at the gym, so solution, take more Adderall. And I just kept building and building on it, trying to combat the issue with the issue, but it seemed good, like a good idea in my head at the time. Thankfully I live with my boyfriend, so he was able to speak up and confront me about it, and he just told me the truth. He said, like, you need help. I honestly, there's no better way to say it. I looked like a fucking drug addict. My like cheeks were all sunken in. I had like pimple thingies on my face, like pimple scar, acne scars on my face or something like that, because I would so micro focus on everything. I was pale as a ghost. There would be no way you'd believe I live in Florida. So anyway, I felt awful. I felt so much guilt and shame, and I knew I couldn't quit on my own. So I looked up a rehab center and found one in Tampa, and over the last 30 days I have quit cold turkey. I've struggled, but it's so worth it. Obviously I needed to pay my dues of the low lows after having so many high highs. But honestly, everything has gotten better, and it kind of intertwines with my spirituality, like karma. So I figured if I took Adderall, I could have better appearance. I would be skinnier because it suppresses your appetite. I say, oh, love your body and all this bullshit on Instagram, but the reason I say you are enough, you are more than enough, is because I need to tell myself that. So the truth is, all of these things I thought Adderall would bring me, I lost. But then once I stopped, I got them back, or I'm getting them back. So relationships, I see my friends every day now. As sad as it is, I was too busy to see them before, but busy is bullshit. It's the same as saying you're not a priority. And connection, instead of looking up how to find connection online, I could just use what I have, do the best you can with what you have. And also, my relationships were genuine again. My friends, boyfriend, and family, they didn't want to say anything because they didn't want to break my heart, but I just wasn't myself anymore. And that's where the break in confidence came, because even if I accomplished something, I couldn't be proud. Did I accomplish it, or did the Adderall accomplish it? I enjoy life so much more because I'm present in the moment. I understand practice what you preach, but it's hard to do. I just have really found mindfulness again. The 3 keys to happy life are grit, gratitude, and connection. And this month has really given me time to slow down and work on those things. So it's been tough, but I've been gritty and fought through it. Some things I've done are replacing habits such as popping Adderall or doing coffee or something unnatural with something that makes me feel good. You have to have a good foundation before you can do anything else. So I go on walks, I do yoga, all that self-care stuff that I was preaching but not necessarily practicing. I'm doing my best to enjoy the journey. There's no end. Like, I don't know what I was trying to accomplish, I guess, because, okay, something else embarrassing. I wanted more followers. I don't know why I was ashamed of that. And there's so many things you can do wrong on Instagram. And Adderall just makes you OCD as hell about it. So I would spend hours on the stupidest stuff, like looking up different microphones or this or that. But at the end of the day, done is better than perfect. And it's all about chasing progress over perfection. While there's no monetary or physical thing that we get at the end, what does make us happy is progress, doing the best we can, showing up for life, being present, giving yourself grace, and taking things one day at a time. When you're tired, learn to rest. The best thing I did was give myself grace during this period. I treated myself like a baby. I'm so nurturing and good with babies, so I gave myself that same nurture. If I was hungry, I ate. If I was exhausted, I slept. It's all bullshit, all this hustle, because at some point it all falls apart. And what's it for? That wasn't me. So I'm back to being myself, and I'm far as hell from perfect, but it's a big relief knowing that I'm my imperfect self, and I'm grateful to just be myself again. This was kind of rambly and stuff. I'm not even nervous, it's more so just, I can't believe I'm saying this stuff, so I would love to hear your thoughts or see how you guys react to this. And I love you. Actually, I do love you. The reason I love kids so much is because they're authentic and they're just themselves. They're honest. The best thing Tommy, my boyfriend, did for me was be honest and tell me, like, you're a fucking meth addict psycho. He didn't actually say that, but it's like so, especially on Adderall, you just zone in, and I lost that focus. And people, I guess, didn't want to offend me or something, but please, honesty is everything. If you're not honest, then of course you're not going to be confident. You're not living your truth. So I want to take this experience for what it is and just go with the flow. I'd love to share it with you if you're open to receiving it, because I know that my subconscious always knew that I should stop taking it or quit, and I did a lot of Googling, like getting off Adderall, this or that, and I wish I had heard something like this from myself. I could do more specific things, sharing tips, whatever, but yeah, I just wanted to open myself up and hope that you guys could relate, or if you can't, basically, this is me. Okay, that's from The Greatest Showman, the best movie. You should watch it. Also, you should watch Money Heist on Netflix. I found a new love of watching TV because now I'm not so crazy about being productive, which wasn't even productive because I've been online shopping this whole time when I'm saying, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But anyway, Netflix, Money Heist is amazing. It's in Spanish, but the English is dubbed. It's so good. Alright, I love you guys. Peace, love, and avocado shirts. Bye.